try. Let me take my time. I've been going out tonight. I don't want to try. Let me take my time. I've been going out tonight. I don't want to try. Let me take my time. I've been going out tonight. I don't want to try. Let me take my time. I've been going out tonight. I don't want to try. Let me take my time. I've been going out tonight. Let me take my time.
Your eyes, your look, something out of a storybook. Oh, it took everything I had inside, and I'll tell you how I felt last night. You were so damn crazy, my type of lady, driving me insane. You were up and down, but you stayed around, and I will never be the same. Can get you out of my head, ooh, ooh, like a melody, ooh, 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 out of my head, ooh, ooh, like a melody, like a melody. Goosebumps for sure when you were in slow motion. Oh, I've never seen anything like you before. Oh, I can't take it anymore. You were so damn crazy, my type of lady, driving me insane. You were up and down, but you stayed around, and I will never be the same. Can get you out of my head, like a melody. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Do you hear me now? Do you hear me? Please tell me you hear me. Do you hear me? Oof. Okay. I thought I had to restart the live stream. How are you guys? How is it going? New week, new live stream. I was saying that I have new things, and one of the new things is this, the new arm for the microphone. It's cool because it's a low profile arm. Usually the arms for the microphone, okay, are like usually the mic of the microphone is like this, right? You have it here. Yeah, for example here, and opens like this, right? and opens like this. The new one I have. The new one I have is a low profile. Basically, instead of doing this kind of thing, this triangle, it goes like this. Okay, and it's really cool. I cannot really show you, but it's really cool because I can have it behind my screen and I just move it there, you know, and you don't see it like here. So for basically, it's better for the camera, nothing else. Maybe on the live stream is not different, but for the video it's gonna be easier for me because I don't like that in a normal video you see like a huge arm here of the mic. I think that's not good. Just like this is good for the video, you know. So yeah, I need to get used to it because yeah, it's a bit weird. I kind of move it just how I want it, but yeah, it's good. People on Instagram, I'm live on Twitch and YouTube waiting for you. Okay, first of all, Vagar, thank you so much for the subscription, man. Thank you so much to giving to the community. ¿Cómo te envío la música? A ver. How to send the music. If you're on Twitch, guys, you can put !feedback, okay? That comment and you will see how to send it. If you're on YouTube, it's a bit meh, because that YouTube doesn't have this kind of comments. But here you have it. Okay. Where to send it? To the link I just shared, or to the email I just shared. Did you finish the remix, bro? No. Last week, if you were here, I can put this here, so it's a bit better. Okay, so last week in the live stream we did something different. Okay, what we did last week was to make a remix of Dua Lipa, the track Illusion. She's doing a remix competition and I decided to participate, you know, and make it here. Actually, it was fun because my girlfriend was with me and helped a bit. Actually, it's one of the live streams that you've seen the most after the live stream, so that's really good. But I didn't finish it because, well, after the live stream on Thursday and Friday, I recorded a lot of videos. I have videos for Instagram, for TikTok, and for YouTube for 6 weeks. That's crazy. And after that, I started a new challenge. Okay, this new challenge is to make one song every day, one idea every day. Okay, I'm doing just 1-2 hours, and in these 1-2 hours I need to make an idea. Sometimes it's just the drop, sometimes I have time to make the break, you know. So I'm focusing on that because I've been quite a long time without really making music. It's been a bit building the studio, videos, not really motivated about it. So I decided to just focus on this to get into it again. It's like, I always say the same example. It's like painting. If you're a professional painter, but you've been 2 years without painting, you're not gonna make the same draws as before, you know. So you need to practice. You need to maybe make one paint every day. So the first day is gonna be quite bad, the second day is gonna be a bit better, the third day better, and in 2 weeks you're gonna be good again, right? So that's what I'm doing right now. Just trying different genres, different styles, different things, different keys, different rhythms, different BPMs to get used to it again, get in the flow of producing again, and then if I come up with any good ideas, then I will finish those ideas, you know. So this week I'm gonna just focus on that. For example, today I had to edit the video for the Sunday, a part of the video, but I didn't do it to be able to work on the song, because after that, well, I had to do this live stream. So I just focused on that, and probably next Monday I will focus a lot on the remix to finish as soon as possible, because I have until the 22nd, I think, of September, something like this. Bro, I forgot to renew my Splash subscription and now I lost 900 credits. Bro, I will take the live stream later, the whole stream. No need for priority or something. I have a football match starting in 50 minutes. Bagger, I will take yours the first, okay? Got an email from SoundCloud a few hours ago saying that my future releases can be monetized when I release my tracks via root node. Probably because, well, SoundCloud has a distributor now. They distribute music, and maybe they use root node or something, or they just got to a deal. It's not that nice on Instagram, but it's better for. Wow, you see this cable? Maybe if I do it like this, you don't see it. Yeah, better like this. So yeah, I'm coming out with new ideas. If you want, maybe I can show you some. But my idea was to when I finish this kind of challenge of 7 days, maybe extend it to 10 days or to 2 weeks, depends on the mood. Just maybe make a post on Instagram like, hey, these are the ideas. Which one should I finish? You know, and you tell me this and this, the 1 and the 5. So maybe focus on those. Okay. And sorry, today I started a bit later the live stream, as you can see, because well, I uploaded an Instagram reel and TikTok. I had there was a problem there, so I had to delete it, edit again the video. Wow, that was short, but export again, upload again. So that took me some time, and I had to start a bit later the live stream. And please, if you've seen already the Instagram reels and it shows up again, it's a new one. So it would be awesome if you can watch it again and like it again, you know, because otherwise it's gonna go really down. That's a shit when you have to re-upload because of a mistake. Sometimes goes worse. I want to switch to Twitch. Okay, so switch to Twitch. Here you have the link. And actually I've been trying a lot of different styles. For example, I've been producing tech house, melodic tech house like Africa Firefly, melodic techno, well, not a lot more because I've just done 4 days actually, but 3 days. I mean, this week 3, and last Monday I also did it. So have you ever used Julian loudness meter? Every time. For the Julian loudness meter, my advice is that you only focus on the LUFS. Okay, let me see how they say it. In the integrated. Okay, in the values that it has short term and integrated. That is kind of highlighted. Just focus on that one. And today, for example, I always say that thing of, no, you need to have songs at -14 LUFS for Spotify. I always tell you that's bullshit. Nobody does that. It doesn't really matter at all. Actually, if you have it at -14, your song is not going to be that compressed, so probably it's not going to sound as loud as the others. It's not going to sound that strong. And for example, Luca Petrolesi, a really top mixing and mastering engineer, already made a video showing that the quality is not getting reduced, because in the end what Spotify does to normalize is reduce the volume. It's not compressing, it's reducing the volume. He analyzed the phase, the EQ, everything, and everything was fine. But I found a website where you can see actually the LUFS of the songs that are in Spotify already. Okay, I made this video for my Patreon members. It's gonna get uploaded next week. And actually, I proved that nobody is uploading songs at -14 LUFS. Nobody. Even pop songs are not uploaded at -14 LUFS. The audio is so much better on YouTube and Twitch compared to Instagram, which is, yeah, of course. I can use the audio from the computer internally in Instagram. But last week I had a problem, and today I didn't have time to prepare everything just for the Instagram one, because I'm just gonna end it now. So you didn't have the time to prepare it and didn't do it. But I can do it. Actually, the other day I made a DJ set on TikTok with this mic and with a DJ controller. If you're asking, my advice is don't follow me on TikTok if you don't know Spanish. Okay? Or I tell you not to do it, because on TikTok is only Spanish only, and actually are the same videos as on Instagram but in Spanish. Okay, so you're not gonna learn more on TikTok, so just don't follow me there. And for DJ set, it was just a test. When I do a DJ set on TikTok, I will also do it here on Twitch, so you can also see it, you know. They need to prepare everything. Actually, I bought a cable for the mic that is 3 meters long, and I bought another one for the phone that is 4.5 meters long to be able to do everything, you know. I want to drop out from school. Any tips? Open the door and leave. No, I mean, drop out for doing what? You always need a plan B, you know. It's so beautiful when some people, motivators, say no, leave a school, focus 100% on music or whatever you want to do, and go for it. No plan B, blah blah blah. Yeah, probably that people has rich parents or parents with a good amount of money in the bank that can support him or support her while he's doing this, or if fails, has like the plan B is the parent supporting. When you don't have money, that's not that beautiful. Do you like master differently for different platforms? Of course not. Of course not. You have to make a master for Spotify, for Apple Music, for YouTube, for Deezer, for Tidal, for SoundCloud, for live, I mean for DJ set. I use limiter to clip at -6 dBs before putting a booster on. To be honest, what I do is I limit as much as possible. When it distorts, I come back a little bit. I enable the monitoring, so when I disable the plugin, the limiter is the same volume, the same loudness as with the limiter, okay, on and off, and I just check if it sounds the same. I can hear if there's distortion, but sometimes there's no distortion, but it feels way too squeezed, so I reduce a bit more, and just that, and then I check the UFS. If it's at -8, I need to recheck the mastering and try to get it louder. If it's at -5, -6, it's good there. If it's -4, better. Español. ¿Español qué? You have to make time for it. Prioritize your time schedule. Always have plan B. ¿Qué pasa, chat? Where can I send it to you? There's a pinned comment on YouTube. Why my reels distort on Instagram? I don't know. Maybe you are boosting too much the loudness. On Instagram, what I do is on the video editor, on Premiere in this case, I put a limiter on the sound so it doesn't go above 0 dB. So I don't know, that works for me. ¿Eres español? Sí. Okay, so should we start with the feedback or what? Let me take the water closer to me. By the way, look what they have here. Tú, qué buen inglés, gracias. Look what they have here. These are some of the things that Tomorrowland gave us when we just arrived. This for your suitcase, okay? It's a bit stupid because in the inside you have the paper to put the name, but how do you open it to know if it's your case? This is to have a travel wallet, just basically to have your passport and so, but it's beautiful, you know? And an agenda. Well, not really an agenda, it just, oh yeah, an agenda for names and to write extra things. Yeah. Ooh. Whoa! I didn't see this. It's the main stage of Lightyear. I didn't see it. There's another thing here. The flag. Why this one was dirty? Wait. And some postcards. Yeah, I had it in a bag, and I took it out the other day, and I have it here. Okay, Vagar, thank you so much for giving the subscription. What's your main language? Yeah, I have two main languages. English and Valencian. Valencian is Catalan, okay? Those two are my main languages. Okay, so well, let me move the things. This out. I put this here. I put this here. Okay. People on Instagram, ending this live stream. If you want to send me your music, go to Twitch. Okay. Let me see how the Reels is performing. Not bad. Not going bad now. But guys, look. If you go to my Instagram, I don't know if you see it. If you go to my Instagram, on this one, the last one, you can see my studio in from another perspective that you don't see in my videos, and so actually, I think it looks awesome, to be honest. Like, I love it, you know? I love it. Oh, I love it. Go there. Let me know if you like the studio, and I don't know, support the video with a like and watching it, please. Because I had a problem, had to re-upload, and now it's gonna be, sorry, a bit more difficult to make it work. Let me see on TikTok. Is just bullshit. Fuck it. Wait. Okay. Let me open Twitch so I can see the live stream while I do the live stream, so I can see that everything's fine. Move to the rhythm. Back to the sound. I need to get used to this new type of mic arm. But yeah. Okay. This here. Alright, so the first one I'm gonna check is Vanguard, okay, because he gave a subscription, so he has priority, of course. Let me check that. Okay, Soundworks is enabled. I move this here, this here, this here. Okay, let me check that everything's fine, guys. The camera looks. Let me see. Oh. The camera looks fine. Okay, everything's fine. The chat looks fine. The screen border is good. The border is good. The border is good. This border is good. Email, Dropbox, no nude pictures. That's important. Everything is fine. How long are you making music for? I never know how to answer this question because, for example, yesterday I was looking for something for the video I'm making for this Sunday. That actually is the video of the final video of my new studio is coming out this Sunday, guys. Mark that date, okay? This Sunday around this time, a bit earlier, will be the final video of my new studio with all the look, with everything, explaining everything. And making that video, I was looking for something, and I found that 10 years ago, actually 11 years ago, I was already playing with FL Studio. But I don't count that as starting, because at that time was like one day every 2 weeks, one day every a month, something like this, you know. Was like when you play a video game, you know, but with FL Studio. Was just like this, not really focusing on it. And I started focusing more, like producing every week or several times a week around 2014, 2015. So I would say 9-10 years ago I started, you know. But yeah, I had university things, so I couldn't focus as much as I want to. Then had problems. Then I had to work when I had time. That was summers. In summers I had to get a job to get some money, things like this, that I couldn't really focus 100% on it, or not as much as I wanted to. And I started focusing 100% on it since 2020, mid 2019. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Eso es un secreto. ¿Cuántos me echas? Okay, so let's start with the Vanguard one. Alright, as I said, okay, this is good. The camera is good, the chat, the screen, email, Dropbox, blah, blah. Okay, let's go.
I've been known to miss a red flag. I've been known to put my lover on a pedestal. In the end, those things just don't last. And it's time I take my rose-colored glasses off. I already know your type, telling me the things I like, trying to make me yours for life, taking me for a ride.
There's any kind of low end click here.
Telling me the things I like,
Here.
trying to make me yours for life.
And here again. Probably the click is any problem on the bass, or maybe he cut it any sample that that has bass that creates a click or something, but check it.
Taking me for a ride. Cover on a pedestal. In the end, those things just don't.
I feel like the vocal is not perfectly glued with the instrumental. I feel like there's a bit of a space between them. Maybe I would try to add another sound to cover more space, or I think if you reduce a little bit on the mids of the vocal and you boost a bit the highs, that will make it fit better and will sound a bit brighter.
Don't last.
Also, I feel like it needs more reverb, you know. The problem with this vocal is that in the original, this first 8 bars is basically dry and then it has reverb, you know, but I think you need to control that, because then here...
Don't last.
No, last... You know, mute it. And then here it has reverb.
Telling me the things I like,
I like it, you know.
trying to make me yours for life, taking me for a ride. I already know your type, think I play your cards right. Don't you know I could do this dance all night? Ooh, what you doing? Don't know who you think that you're confusing. I'd be like, ooh, it's amusing. You think I'm
I'm not gonna say it's a copy, but Vagar, did you get inspired by my remix that I was making last week to make yours? I don't know if I like the vibe, the bass, rolling one.
ooh, what you doing?
I think you need to give more groove to the bass, like feel more the rhythm. I don't really like this note going up.
Dance all night.
Dance all night. Not because of the note, but because it feels really robotic. I don't like also neither the original note for this night, because it's like not out of key, but it feels like really dissonant, and I don't really like it.
Ooh, what you doing? Don't know who you think that you're confusing. I'd be like, ooh, it's amusing. I'm gonna lose you. Ooh, what you doing?
I don't remember right now well the remix I did, kind of, but I don't know, like maybe it's just coincidence, you know, and this kind of vibe is more trendy nowadays, but I feel like got some inspiration from mine. Maybe not, maybe he even made it before, but...
Know who you think that you're confusing.
Hola, Josh Ben, ¿cuánto tiempo?
I'd be like, ooh, it's amusing. You think I'm gonna fall for an illusion?
I feel like the drop is a bit empty.
Was a time when that shit might have worked. Was a time when I just threw a match and let it burn. Now I'm grown, I know what I deserve. I still like dancing with the lessons
Really empty, this part.
I already know your type, telling me the things I like, trying to make me yours for.
I would add more instruments in the second part. Something I always recommend to my Patreon members, that I see a lot of you are making this kind of mistake, is okay, when you need to make the song evolve, okay, in the breakdown you need to make it evolve, all right, but for example you have piano, harp, ambient sound and a vocal, and then you add shakers. In the next 8 bars you add shakers. That's not making it evolve, you know. The way I think you need to think is that the drums and the instruments are separated. Okay, you need to make evolve the instrument part, and maybe also make the drums part evolve. For example, if you start with a snap, 8 bars, in the next 8 bars, keep that snap or change it for a clap, but something else, shakers, rides, a kick, whatever. If in the instrumental part, in the instruments part, you have just a piano and an harp, then in the next part, where you add the clap or the shakers or the kick or whatever, you also need to introduce new instrument elements. Maybe a guitar, maybe pads, maybe change the sound, you know. You need to think separated, those two things, you know, because then what happens is this, that check the instrument
I know what I deserve.
and this part here.
Telling me the things I like. Trying to make me was a time.
Well, actually here it's not even changing.
Trying to make me yours for life. I could do what you're doing. Don't know who you think that you're confusing. I'd be like, ooh,
The vocal is way too loud here.
it's amusing. I really like the way you move with the yeah. I just wanna get dance all night. Ooh, what you doing? Don't know who you think that you're confusing. I'd be like, ooh, it's amusing. You think I'm going for forever? What you do?
Here I like the change in the notes.
For forever? What you doing? Think that you're confusing. That's amusing. You think I'm going for an illusion.
Yeah, not bad idea. I feel like it's a bit empty. It needs a bit more work in the mix, but the mix is quite decent, but feels empty. Okay, no more subscriptions, so no more priorities. There's quite a lot of people today, especially on YouTube, for feedback. We can maybe do a number game. What do you think? What do you think? If anyone is new, number game. By the way, today I have to leave quite tight. I started a bit there later, but I need to leave at the same hour because, well, I need to do several things today. Need to help my girlfriend record some videos for her Instagram or TikTok, I'm not sure. So, well, I don't have that much time. So, well, let's go. Number game. If anyone is new, I'm gonna think of one number. You're gonna start saying numbers, and if you guess it, you get the feedback. You can comment as many times as possible, but remember that on YouTube, usually there's more latency. Usually the video arrives later on YouTube, and also apart from this, the comment arrives later on the chat. Okay, here in the chat that you see here. So just that. Let me think of one number. Okay, got it. The number I'm thinking is between 1 and 25. If you guess the number, you get the feedback. Between 1 and 25. No. 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 Okay, we got it. We got it. The number was 22, and the first one saying 22 is slow. Somebody said, just go quickly between them. No, because I explain this in almost every live stream. I want to give feedback to somebody that is here, that is in the live stream, not somebody that sent the song and left. You know, I want to give the support or the feedback to somebody that is supporting and is here and is commenting and all of that, you know. And apart from this, I think that doing in order is not the most fair thing, because otherwise, if you arrive 5 minutes later, maybe you cannot get the feedback because there's 20 songs before yours, you know, and you just arrive 5 minutes later, then maybe I didn't even start the feedback or didn't even put the camera on. So, ¿cuál es el orden de elección de las canciones? Pues esto, con juegos, alguna vez aleatorio, si alguien se suscribe se prioriza y ya está. Right now I feel like the song is a bit not really over compressed, but feels like that because it doesn't have that much body. Okay, the piano is not bad, the strings and so, but I feel it needs more body. And then this synth doesn't have any mids and so, and it feels like you cut it all the mids. You know, you have some kind of low mids and the highs, but doesn't have that much body. I feel like the leads need some more layers, especially in the mid frequencies, to make it sound fuller. You need to make the leads a bit stronger, a bit more noisy to cover more space and so. And then I think there's too much sidechain. Also, I think you can on this song I would make it go a bit faster. I don't know the BPM you have, but maybe 5 more BPMs would be nice, because as the melody is quite slow, is basically kind of chords like bam 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 bam. If the BPM is too slow, it goes too much like, you know. If the melody was faster, then okay, but if the melody is too slow, you can make it go faster, and I think it's gonna work better. Actually, this is something I learned really quick from one ADE. One friend showed this, well, Case, the one that released Unrevealed, was just taking drinking a coffee, and a friend showed a song, and Case said this, that the BPM needs to fit the melody, not the other way, you know. So sometimes the melody makes the song that makes you to have a slower BPM, or sometimes the melody makes you need to have a faster BPM. 10 BPM maybe is too much, and it's gonna kill a bit the vibe of that this person wants for this song, you know. Maybe wants more kind of relaxed and so, but I think it's way too much. You talk too much, so you can go to another live stream if you want to. If you think what I'm saying is not worth it, I don't know. I think it's pretty worth it what they said. I feel the break is way too empty, you know. I explained this a lot of times. Nowadays, it's super difficult to have an instrumental track. Basically, every song needs to have a vocal. Even if you don't want to have vocals, maybe some kind of ad-libs in the background or something to make it more interesting, a bit easier to remember, you know, to make it more catchy, all of that. And if you, even with that, you don't want to have a vocal, maybe you need to make this evolve more, I don't know, have more rhythm, I don't know, new sounds, new instruments, whatever. Here you have a faster rhythm on the drums, feels slower, feels too slow, but then here is way too much. Hola, David. Way too slow. I think it's way too slow. The idea has potential, but I think you need to make it evolve more, apart from making it sound fuller and so. And yeah, I think a vocal, even for this song, maybe you can even have just a vocal that saves one word or one small phrase, like "I like donuts," you know. And you keep that on repeat with kind of phone filter, reverb. I don't know, something like this. I think can be good. Hola Sebastián, no, en TikTok solo lo hice porque era pinchando y tal. Y el próximo día que lo haga también estaré aquí pinchando. Pero para feedback no estoy en TikTok, sobre todo porque como la mayoría es en inglés, en TikTok pues marearía un poco. Let me see if I see somebody that usually is here and I want to support that person. Yeah, I'm gonna support this one. I'm gonna check this one now. I'm gonna check Agustin. Casi.
Nasty ass bitch.
Well, right now, obviously it's no master and so. But just look at these peaks. You know, it feels really empty. The kick is way too loud compared to the other things. The plucky sound that you have needs to be way louder, needs some sidechain because it has a lot of attack. That attack is clashing with the kick. I can hear perfectly. Then you need some reverb on it. You need some pads, more instruments. The kick is extremely loud compared to the other things. Not even compression. What he needs to do is reduce the volume. Because it's just that they are loud. It's not that maybe a peak or... No, it's that the whole sample is loud. Okay, the bass, the pom 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 pom. You need to add more layers, okay, to make it sound a bit fuller. I think in the mid highs, maybe it's a bit strong and sound a bit nasal, like bang 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 bang, way too much. And then the one that is more kind of a saw, like something like this, like here. This one is really thin, really empty. Really. Just look for another sound that has more body, more meat, and maybe. As the main bass is in the center, maybe this one can be wider to cover more of the sides. But then, even with that, it sounds really empty. Really empty.
Nasty ass bitch. Nasty ass bitch. Nasty ass bitch. Bitch. Nasty ass bitch.
To be honest, it has a good groove, has good vibes. I think the idea is pretty good, to be honest. It has potential, but it still needs some work on the production, make it sound fuller, on the mixing, of course. I can give you two advices. The first one, the one I always give to everybody, have a reference song in the project, you know, so it's where you can see what your song is missing. You can compare the mixing, and it's like, okay, I need more mids, more highs, more reverb, whatever. But also, at your level, I think maybe what it can work is to have an FOP. Download any FOP template from any YouTube video or so. So this way you can see better what you need, you know, what elements you need, and also maybe you can take some of those elements to introduce it in your song, like the presets and so. I think those two things can help you a lot. When are you gonna make some more hardstyle? I really like memories you made with Luca Testa. To be honest, I don't know, because as I explained several times, now I'm gonna focus more on one style. Okay, I don't want to make. I mean, I've been years making like big room, progressive house, some kind of more deep, something like this, something more house for the radios, big room techno, you know, a lot of things like this, tech house. It's because I like it. I like to produce different styles because otherwise I get boring, you know. So I like that, but I think as an artist I need to focus more on one style. Also, I made a video about for my Patreon members that I'm sharing next month about something I discovered on Spotify of how to actually grow, how actually the algorithm works internally, not like what people think, or no, like internally works this way. And I have a plan to make it work for me. And that's also a reason why I want to stay in one style. But maybe what I do, well, if I had enough time to just focus on making music, and I could make more music and work faster and so, because that's a mistake I have, maybe I even would have another alias for hardstyle because I really like it. The problem is also hardstyle is a genre that takes a lot of time to produce. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna make lo-fi with another alias. I'm not saying it's easy to make, but hardstyle is way more difficult, of course. But maybe another thing I can do is VIP remix. I've done VIP remixes in different styles, and for example, like a melody, I did a VIP remix that is not hardstyle, but is UK hardcore or something like this, happy hardcore. Maybe I make some VIP remixes in hardstyle like this, you know. Remember me, Dave Oscar, 2-month-old producer. Uf, to be honest, no, sorry, man. El tech house sigue pegando como a principios de año. Depende. A nivel internacional yo creo que sí, a nivel España no. A nivel España, hard techno está extremadamente fuerte. I sent in an early look into my next single, the drop. It's a high energy bass, hardstyle with drum and bass drums. That's cool. Drum and bass drums. Can't wait to hear reaction. Si abarcas mucho, al final no te consolidas en algo en especial. Exacto, ahí está el problema. En mi opinión, cuando ya estás a cierto nivel ya puedes hacer lo que te dé la gana. Pero hasta que no llegues a ese nivel, no. A mí el tech house ya me tiene cansado. Depende de qué bass house. La cosa es tech house. La cosa es esa. Lo bueno del tech house, creo yo, es que hay muchas variantes del tech house. Por ejemplo, Africa Firefly yo diría que es un melodic tech house. Pero el tech house también tiene algo muy minimal, tiene algo más tirando a bass house, algo más, no sé, tiene muchos toques. It would be nice to explore and produce songs in different genres. Just try it out. How do you choose the tracks to play? I said this a lot of times. Priorities, number games, random. Just like this. Okay, so well, let's do another number game. If anybody is new, I'm gonna think of one number. You say numbers. The one that guesses it, get the feedback. This simple. So let me think of one number first. Okay, I got it. The number I'm thinking is between 30 and 50. Okay, we got it. So quick. The number was 37, and the first one saying 37 is Anna Samir. But as I always check your songs, I'm gonna check it, but I'm also gonna check the second one that said 37, that is Baby Boy. Baby Boy, Dave Oscar, right? Or is it like Baby Boy? Did you send the song? What's your email name, Baby Boy? Baby Boy. Sorry, it's funny. ODR, okay. So I'm gonna check these two now. I'm gonna try to go a bit faster, okay?
By demons, haunted by the dark side of our life. You and me, we were always hated by angels.
I only think that the break sounds really good, but I only think that maybe you can clean a bit more the mix. and that will give a bit more space to the vocal, but the rest sounds really good. Mids around 400 Hz, something like this, with a quite wide range, wide band, you know, like Q equals 1 or a bit smaller. Also, some EQ sidechain can help to make the vocal stand out more over the instrumental.
Doomed to fail, so we should be cutting the cord. We should be cutting the cord. We should be cutting the
To be honest, sounds really good. I like a lot the idea. The bass sounds really fat. That usually in these live streams the bass is not good enough. This one is good. Well done. I just think the snare maybe has too much noise and high frequencies. So maybe I would make it a little bit shorter to avoid that last noise at the end, and maybe reduce a little bit the highs. That annoys me a little bit. Yo, Nebula, thank you so much for the subscription. I'm gonna put you here, Nebula, in the priority, but please tell me your email name. I would try to make the vocal chops stand out a bit more, so maybe you can do some EQ sidechain from the vocal chops to the chords, so this way it gives a bit extra space. When I talk about the EQ sidechain, if you don't know, just put on YouTube Wildcrow EQ sidechain, and you will find a YouTube short about it. But I talk like in the frequency, maybe reduce 2-3 dBs, not more, okay? Because otherwise, if you exaggerate it, people is gonna realize about that reduction, okay, and increase when the vocal chop is not there. But 2-3 dBs, nobody's gonna realize, and it's gonna sound way better.
circles, chasing highs. Did we only wish to fall?
Yeah, P controller, or now I use Soothe.
You and me, we were torn apart by monsters.
The filter snare here is not really easy to hear.
Broken dreams, and we never found it all. Or was our love doomed to fail right in front of us? Our love doomed to fail, so we should be cutting the cord. We should be cutting the cord. We should be cutting the cord.
As you're making the build-up in 16 bars, maybe here, when you start the second part of the build-up, here you can have an impact, you know, like a strong impact. Be careful with the low end of the impact if you have a bass, but I think it can help to say, hey, this is continuing, you know?
We should be cutting the cord.
And maybe a kick like boom, 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 boom here can also help to keep building up in the build-up, you know? Also really good ending. This thing in the end is nice. Man, I think it's the best song you sent me so far. Sounds really good. can sound better, of course, but it sounds really good, and the idea is really, really, really nice. Well done. Okay, let's check Baby Boy now, and then I will check Nebula.
Slam hard, streets into the baseline, everybody start to jump. Fucking roof crowd lost in the eye, the electric crazy.
Okay, my question is, why do you have sighting in the vocal?
It's so alive, riding with them like flashing in sync.
That's not good.
It's my problem, time to win. Speak to one like heart with the line, and lost in the music and send the time.
I also think you need to add more depth to the song, maybe with reverb, with ambient sounds.
Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Bass house vibes can't be beat. Feel the pulse, let it flow. Dance all night till the morning.
The snare is not strong enough.
Glow.
The sighting is too strong. It's not that it's too strong. It's that, why do you add sighting to the vocals? I never do it. Sometimes not even in drops, you know? Because it doesn't sound good when you have a normal vocal with sighting, especially in the breakdown. In the breakdown, I rarely do sighting. Most of the times, I don't do sighting in anything. Just kick and bass to control to have the sub bass clean. But I do it with EQ because it sounds a bit more natural, in my opinion, in that case. But to the other things, not at all, and especially not in the vocal. Here's something kind of off key. I don't know if maybe it's one wave table, one oscillator of the sound, or what, but some off key. Well, you still need to work a lot more on the production, on the sound design, you know, make it sound fuller. So I think you have, yeah, your sub bass is super wide. It's complete. You have a lot of sub bass in the sides, and that sounds pretty dirty. I'm not the ones that say no, the sub bass needs to be completely mono. No, and I know that a lot of big songs don't have it completely mono, but of course not in the sides. But yeah, I mean, if you started 2 months ago, like you said, not bad at all, man. Not bad at all. So keep working. Nebula didn't reply to me, right? And I don't see anybody called Nebula. Nebula. No, I don't have anybody called Nebula in my email. So no. Ah, here. Now he replied. Emir. Can you send the normal link, not like inviting me, please? Because on Dropbox I have another email, of course, not the one for the live streams, so I cannot open it. Check my remix, please, brother. I waited weeks. It's the first time I see you in the live stream, to be honest. So I don't think you waited for weeks. Hay mucho talento joven en la composición musical. Y no tan joven. Hay gente que empieza más tarde y son increíbles genios. There is something... I want to ask you something. What do you think is the age of somebody... Like, what's the maximum age of a producer to blow up? Like, to really grow and start touring, and so what's like the maximum age? Like, okay, after this you need to retire, okay, it's not for you, or you're too old. And then when you kind of, maybe you don't blow to be a Tomorrowland, but kind of you have your DJ gigs and all of that, and so when do you think you are too old for that, for going to normal clubs in your town, and so Not like touring the world, like, okay, David Guetta is 50 years old, but obviously David Guetta can go anywhere because he has millions of people, you know? I don't think there is an age limit. 35, 60, it's all in your head. Yo tengo 36, ya estoy viejo para querer ser músico o DJ. 69, 69. Because this is something, I mean, for example, I think there's no age. Okay? I think there's no age. For example, Don Diablo started like blowing when he was like 30 or 32. John Summit starting like also blowing when he was 27, I think. 27, 28. Dom Dola, a friend of John Summit, is growing a lot lately, and he's 32. So I don't think there's a moment to really blow. Okay, like, okay, that's too late. But when we talk about normal clubs in your city, in your town, I think that's different, because who usually go to those clubs? People that is 18, 20, 22, 24. So if you are at those age, if you are like them, that's good. But if you are 35 and you are not like a special DJ, like you're not an artist, you're not somebody that makes some music, somebody that they go to follow especially, you're just a normal DJ that you go in there like one night or so, I think, for example, 35 is already kind of the limit, because you're too far from them, you know? They could be, well, not your sons, but something like this. ¿Pero crees que es porque Don Diablo empezó tarde en la música o porque pegó tanto? No, porque pegó tarde, él empezó súper pronto. Él con 2005 o así, hay vídeos de él que hacía Eurodance. Pero hasta que no hizo Future House no petó. 24-26, if it doesn't work out, then you should go get a government job. I'm just starting to see big growth and I'm 41. Don Diablo, es cierto, el anterior sonido se parecía. For music production, there is no age. I think the same. Yeah, but something, I don't know. Also depends on the genre you make. If you make techno, for example, I think, or tech house, something more kind of underground, I think you can be older. But if you make future house, progressive house, big room, normal big room, not big room techno, normal big room, something like this, that is more festival-ish, I think you cannot be that old, you know? I think also, for example, for something more like deep house, you can be older, you know? Like there's two types of electronic music, more for the child and more for the older people. If you're not successful, then go with a 9 and 5 until you end up 6 feet under. Como artista es mucho más complicado, siento yo. Las nuevas promesas son chicos de entre 18 y 20. Refiriéndome más a la música pop. Sí, eso también pasa. Pero porque antes Josephine is saying that lately the new upcomings are 18, 20 years old. But it also happens because in the past, for example, in 2010, it was not that easy to start in the music production. It was not that common, and so maybe when you started, you were already 18 years old, 20 something, you know. But now, when people is 10 years old, they already can see a lot of videos on YouTube. They can download They can download the DOS, watch videos, practice, you know, like if it was a video game. So when they are 18, they are already really good. So if they started with 10, you know. So I think it's different. Rolling Stone is 70 old and still playing. Yeah, but I mean, because they are really big. And also the same thing is a different kind of music. Mi teoría es que de joven antes soñas la música, te levantas a madrugada a hacerla, de grande cuesta mucho, porque de grande hay otras preocupaciones, también un poco. Te he mandado una canción al correo, ¿vale? Okay, let's check the Nebula one, Glory, Emote, Son. No, only one track per live stream, man. Okay, I feel maybe later it doesn't sound like this, but right now the bass is super muddy in the mids in 300-400 hertz, like. So I would do two things. First, maybe make it a bit shorter, the preset, you know, like the sustain and the release, make it shorter. So instead of would be more like and then and then EQ, and if it's just because of the filter, have the EQ only in this part. Here it doesn't feel that dirty. I would still reduce a little bit on the mids and then have an extra EQ for the filter part. And here the uplifters are way too loud. I think it sounds pretty good, to be honest, and the style is nice. These voices here feel really good. I just feel this part sounds a bit empty. Maybe you could have a Reese bass or a low pad or something. Then the kick is a bit too loud, the tag of it. I think in the low end is quite better, but on 100 Hz and higher frequencies, I think it's a bit too loud. I mean, actually check the peaks. This synth, the dun, I think needs more reverb and space. This small close hi-hat that is too loud. Yeah, all the cymbals are a bit too loud. And all the effects. There is a resonance here on the mids. I think it's because of the new sound, the bam 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 bam. Now it feels really empty. I mean, why have voices now? I don't have any voice, but I didn't hear any transition. Or make a transition or keep the voices. I think that the snares come all of a sudden, like no transition again, in like, and it's like, oh, you know, maybe have them since a little bit earlier and slowly introduce them with increasing the volume and so. When you go left and right, I feel something weird. For example, when it's on the right, I feel something weird in the left. Maybe it's because you go, the sound is too wide, and going right to the one side maybe you can increase this, and then you have phase problems or something. Check it in Ozone Imager or something like this, any analyzer like that, and check if you're crossing the line and you're too wide. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Delivery things. Okay, about this, the ending of this, I think it's pretty good. Video. I think the drums are a bit too loud. Sounds different. Sounds different. That's nice. That's good. Well done. Thanks for sending and thanks for the subscription. Okay. Let's do a number game. Wait. Oh. Number game. All right. Let me think of one number first. Let me see what numbers I have here. Okay. The number I'm thinking is between 1 and 25. Bro, te he dado el primer XD, ¿qué? Okay, we got it so fast. The number was the 7, and the first one saying 7 is Josvend. El Prime. No me ha llegado nada tuyo. Hoy se han suscrito. Vagar ha dado a la comunidad. Nebula se ha suscrito y ahora Nebula ha dado una suscripción. Nebula, thank you so much for giving a subscription, man. Thank you so much. Pero a ti no me ha llegado nada, Guille. Estoy suscrito. No sé dónde lo pone. Ah, vale, te suscribiste. Te suscribiste de los primeros. Vale. Los primeros 5, primeros 10 te suscribiste. Vale. Pero no ahora. I'm at work and might get fired waiting for the feedback. Give me 1 second because I don't know what happened with the delivery. Sorry. Things happen. Look what I got. Wow, I needed a cable for my MIDI keyboard. It was so broken that I couldn't even play with the MIDI keyboard at all. So I got a new cable for that. Well, never mind. And then he got this. Okay. Ah! Is a 4.5 meters long cable, USB-C to USB-C. I mean, check this. It's huge. Because with this, I'm gonna be able to do live stream DJ sets from the perspective you've seen in my last Instagram reels. Okay, from here with all this view. Because my new audio interface, I connect this to the interface and the other side on the phone, and I can get the audio, you know. So I'm gonna use this to directly like DJ controller to the audio interface to the phone with this, and I can stream it. And then at the same time, I will be streaming on Twitch and YouTube like normal, because the audio interface is connected to the computer, so I can also stream there. I know it's gonna be chaotic for me, like mentally it's gonna be crazy, especially to check the chat and so. But well, have to try it, because this way I practice more DJ, and also maybe get known as a DJ, and people start giving me, talking to me to, you know, hire me. Aproveché para ir a Trinity, amigo. Muy bien, muy bien. Hoy está un poco feo todo eso. Ahora me ha llegado, Guille. Ahora me ha llegado tu suscripción. Muchísimas gracias por esa suscripción, Guille. Te apunto aquí, ¿vale? Guilletron. Escucho la de Josven y luego la tuya, ¿vale? Venga, muchas gracias. Let's check Josven.
Podría decirte la verdad.
Flor es la con la que siempre has trabajado, ¿no?
Mentirte y contarte cómo la noche se pone triste.
Ah, vale.
Las luces de la ciudad en su esplendor, y cada mano encontrando su verdadero amor.
I think in one note here.
De la ciudad en su esplendor.
Wait.
Y cada mano.
On this one, the piano, I don't know if the piano or you have a bass, but around 100 Hz sounds a bit boomy. So maybe I would have a dynamic EQ in around 100 Hz to control it, so this way in this note it would go a bit down, so it wouldn't sound that boomy. And the vocal sounds really good. Maybe this, because I really like this, but a bit extra brightness on the vocal. Not needed, but I like them with a bit more brightness.
La noche se pone triste, las luces de la ciudad, verdadero amor. No intento pedirte que todo vuelva atrás, simplemente duele saber que no estás acá. Nunca quise que este fuera nuestro final, pero el que no pelea se queda sin nada. Saber que no estás acá.
Okay, you have something like tun 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 tun. Try to mark more that rhythm or make it stand out more, because otherwise if you are not really paying attention to it, you don't really hear it, so it will sound the same as this. And also here, boom 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 boom, I think is in the bass. Maybe make the note shorter, or maybe give a more attack or something to make it easier to hear it.
Simplemente duele saber que no estás acá, pero el que no pelea se queda sin nada.
But the vocal sounds really clean, really well balanced, processed, compressed. The reverb is cool. Well done on the vocal, really good.
Si tan solo hubieras querido de verdad.
Here the pads, the higher pads, and I think you have a kind of vocal like are masking a little bit the vocal. It doesn't sound that clear as before. So maybe EQ sidechain. Here is not that clear as before. It's not bad, you know, but you can make it sound a bit clearer if you have EQ sidechain. The vocal is extracted with AI. Sounds really good.
Tal vez hoy no estaría en esta gran ciudad, con el alma a la mitad y rogando por un segundo de paz. Sé que suena descabellado y un poco egoísta, pero no puedo evitar que este sentimiento exista. Ella camina como si el suelo fuera de algodón, y él la mira como si el mundo acabara hoy. La verdad es que
Maybe on the drums give a bit extra brightness.
creo que ya perdí la cuenta de las veces que tiré mi dignidad por tu respuesta. Quizás estoy condenada a verlos andar y a recordarte en cada faro de esta ciudad. Si tan solo me hubieras querido de verdad y hubieras creído en lo que
Here I think there's some notes out of key.
teníamos para dar, tal vez hoy no estaría en esta gran ciudad, con el alma a la mitad y rogando por un segundo de paz.
I think here you need a way stronger kick. This kick is not good enough, especially on the mid highs. The attack is not clear. It's not as punchy as it should be. And the snare also. The snare, I think you need a bit more clear attack, more pa. The voices also maybe have a bit too much reverb.
Y las calles muestran su color. No dejarme aquí en la ciudad. ¿Quién soy?
But a really good one, man. I don't really know what if you made everything apart from the vocal, or you took some other things from the original. But I like it. Obviously, it's not what they produce or what we usually review here. But I think it sounds really good. Really, really good. Solo tomé la voz. Pues increíble entonces. Okay, now I need to check Guille. Guilletron, Guille. ¿Cuál es tu email, Guille? We need to hear a slower version of this. Slower? Name. Gracias. Guille, solo veo el SIC. Dime el nombre, simplemente. El nombre. Porque no veo nada por Guille. Ah, Guilletron, sí que lo veo. Vale, nada. Ok. Okay, the vocal has way too much reverb for this song, at least for this part, okay, because everything else is quite dry, and a quite more dry vocal could fit better, and also make it louder.
It's like you put a spell on me.
think the bass needs a bit more strength, you know? Like, okay, I hear it and so, but like, it's not giving me the strength on the low mids, like 100, 200 hertz. And also, I think it's too wide, too much. I think it's stronger in the sides than in the center, and the bass shouldn't be like this. So, try to give more strength, maybe add another layer in the center that maybe is a bit more plucky with more punch, and make it more present than the one in the sides, something like this.
Don't have to rush about it. Show me, I'll show you. You don't have to worry about nothing. Tease me, I'll tease you. Feel the magic when our bodies touching. Ain't nobody like my love.
I think you need to create a bit more contrast here. You know, in electronic music, I would say like filters, reverbs, all of that. See? ¿Ahí? Nada. Gracias. ¿Y me traes un vasito de horchata? I asked for merienda, in like the breakfast, but for the afternoon. We go in Spain. So maybe another uplifter, a bit fuller, you know, because the one that you have is really thin, really more kind of you know.
Ain't nobody like my love for you. I will prove that I can make it right. I can feel it that you.
But I feel like it needs to sound a bit fuller, or like it needs to be tighter. Dime. Algunos sí. Do you know what's horchata? My girlfriend is asking about that. Do you know about this? It's a typical Valencian drink. It's not like milk, but kind of more tasty. I don't know. Perfect for summer.
Want me to? We can dance until the morning. Share the love and reach the sky.
When she bring the glass, I don't know if you see it. I can see here that she took a sip of this. So bad. So bad. I cannot even ask a glass for me. She needs to take a sip. Well, we'll continue with this song. What I feel is that the idea is good, the vibe is good, but it doesn't have the strength, the punch, the boom, you know? Like the vocal is too much in the background all the time. The kick is not punching off. The song is not in my face. It's not hitting me. I would try maybe to get another kick that maybe is a bit more punchy. Less reverb on the vocal. On the drop, as I said, another make the bass sound a bit stronger, especially in the center, and maybe the other sounds don't have that much reverb, but maybe boost a bit the highs. That can help to bring it closer. This part is a bit too chill, too empty, too slow. Here is like, okay, I have the kick and so that is focusing on 200 hertz below, and I have the vocal is around 2K, but then in the middle there's nothing. It's really empty.
Oh, my mind. All I do is think about you, and I wish I'd have you all the time. All the time. We don't have to rush about it. Oh, show Follow me, I'll show you. You don't have to worry about nothing. Tease me, I'll tease you. Feel the magic when our bodies touching. Ain't nobody like my love for you. I will prove that I can make it right. Meet you. We can dance until the morning. Share the love and reach the sky.
Also, another thing that you can make to make the drop, or chorus in this case, hit stronger, is that before you can have it a bit more quiet, because check this. It's basically the same loudness, so same strength, you know. So if you have all this part a bit more quiet, maybe 1 dB more quiet than 1 dB, then this will hit harder. No, but the idea is good. I just think it needs the energy and feel closer. But the rest is really good, man. Pretty original. Okay. Remove this. Alright. Another number game? Come on. Okay, the number I'm thinking is between 1 and 30. If you guess it, you get the feedback. 1 and 30. We got it. The number was 18. And the first one is Music by Saf. Music by Saf. Can you tell me your email name? Why didn't you have Music by Saf in the email, or Saf, or... And when I ask by email name, I don't ask by email address. Okay? Music by Saf. I don't have anybody called Music by... You see? This is what I mean, okay? For upcoming live streams. Music by Saf at blah 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 is the email address, but I'm asking for the name. You tell me Mohamed. Okay? And it's easy for me because when I'm here, I just see the names, not the email address. And on the name says Mohamed, but here says Music by Saf. You know what I mean? Take me to Nevada. I recorded a video that actually I don't know when it's coming out, but I think in 3 weeks, something like this. But I recorded a video about how to make these kind of bass lines a bit more professional, a bit more groovy, and so. I don't like the shakers that you have. I think they kill the vibe a bit. This good? I don't like that. I would just have to touch, normal one. what is this, if it's a pad or a vocal with a lot of reverb, but sounds way too loud and with way too much mid frequencies. It sounds really dirty. Really dirty. I think the ta-ta-ta claps, I think they have too much reverb and you don't really hear the, you know, the clap, actual clap. Then the vocal has way too much reverb. If you want to keep this huge reverb in the vocal, you need to do sidechain to the reverb, you know, from the dry signal. So it's way, when the vocal is singing, you reduce the volume of the reverb. I recommend 3-4 dBs max. And the vocal sounds a lot cleaner. And when the vocal mutes, you have the reverb. So you still have that depth and that space. But right now it sounds really masked and in the background. Way too much reverb, way too much mid frequencies. I think this transition is way too smooth. Okay, so when the scene, the tan, when they start, they don't have the energy this part should have, because you make it super smooth, like really soft with the noises, with the reverb, and so I will basically maybe cut everything here that is not this synth, and maybe a bit of the reverb of the vocal, but not more, to have like you know. I don't like this sound. The this chord sound, I don't really like it. The bass is good. Okay, here, if I'm not wrong, you have a stab like pong, and then you have the bass, the scenes are like dun, 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 and those are clashing and sounds chaotic. Like and then on top you have the chord sound that is doing another rhythm. Don't go that crazy, or you have one or you have the other. Especially in this genre, it's like really clear everything. Like, okay, you have now the synth. Okay, now you have this. You have a space for everything. Maybe here I wouldn't have sidechain, but that's a bit more personal taste. Now here this feels like a mistake. So maybe take the whole word. I don't know what it says, but and then clone it. I would apply any kind of filter to have more in the background, and it's like but not like you know, that cut and with the origin, with the main vocal. No, with some filters to have it more in the background.
I wanna go further, deeper
The clap needs a bit more strength, more stronger attack.
than the surface. See what's on me. Take me to Milano, a place where we've never been. Deep inside.
The bass is really good, man. The bass is really strong. Pretty good one. I like the video a lot. Guys, give me 1 second. As I said today, the time is a bit tight. I don't have that much time today, but let me go ask if I maybe can give some more feedbacks. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, but I have to leave. Like I said today, the time was a bit tight, and actually then I started a bit later because of problems uploading the reels today. So I started a bit later. Sorry for this, but I have to leave. Next week I'm not gonna do another live stream, of course. Like every week I do live streams, but I don't know if what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the remix of Dua Lipa, if I'm gonna produce another thing, if I'm gonna do a production challenge, if I'm gonna do feedback, or maybe if I do a DJ set. I don't know. Whatever I do will be this time, Wednesday, around 4 p.m. Spanish time, and nothing else. I'm so sorry for everybody that couldn't check the song, but guys, I have 31 unread emails from today, and I think there are some in spam. There is one in spam, so 32 unread emails from today. It's not possible to check you all, but as I always say, if you pay attention, you learn a lot, because I explain a lot of things. Not, okay, this song has too much meats, okay, but then I explain a lot of things from other topics, from other things that if you pay attention, it will help you a lot when you produce your own music, okay? So, well, sorry to make it shorter today. Anyway, it's almost 2 hours of live stream, so not bad. But yeah, this Sunday I'm uploading the video of my studio. Okay, the video of the studio completely finished. All right. When I recorded, they didn't have this this new arm, but well, that's just a stupid thing. So nothing else, I guess. Thank you so much for being here, for subscribing, for supporting. I'm so sorry if I couldn't take your song. I hope you learned anything from all the things they said. And see you next week with feedback, with DJ set, with production, I don't know. And if you want a more specific feedback, way more in depth than he give here, like, okay, here I say, okay, you need to reduce in the mids, but I can give you like, okay, reduce in 327 hertz, 2 dBs and a half, 2.3 dBs, with this width of the band, you know, and way more, paying more attention and everything. But for this, only for Patreon members, okay? So if you want, you can become a Patreon member. I think on Twitch I have the comment for Patreon. Yeah, you can become a Patreon member. Actually, next month, on September, I'm sharing the insights of Spotify, how actually the algorithm works, not how people think, no, how actually the algorithm works, like internally. It has something that is extremely important to make your song blow, or you as an artist blow and get a lot of streams. You know, there's something really important. And what I'm going to do to tag that, you know, and focus on that and try to make it work. Okay, so nothing else. Thank you so much, and see you next week. Well, this Sunday, remember, video on YouTube. All right. Goodbye, guys. See you.